flock technology, license plate readers, surveillance, privacy, and the future of the Fourth Amendment. This clip is taken from Wartown is Flocked, a 3-hour presentation by Daniel Louis Crumpton. For the complete presentation, visit downloadedcontent.com. Now, let's continue.
So, now, in my personal journey here in the fictional city of Warner Robins, when I started to see these flock cameras go up, obviously I was triggered as somebody who is, aware of what this system is, because again, going back to 1992, I have known about the smart city agenda from the United Nations Agenda 21 for a long time. So this isn't something new. This is something that's been planned for a long time. It didn't just suddenly pop up in your local city council's minds to keep you safe. This is a United Nations agenda that's been on the books for a long time. Go look it up. So when I first saw these flock cameras going up and knew what they were, myself and some other very concerned residents in the fictional city of Wartown said, we ought to do something about this. We ought to, bring awareness to what's going on. And let's go talk to our representatives. So what we did, this was shortly after Operation Rolling Thunder. So for those of you guys who aren't in the fictional city of Wartown or you're listening, I'm sure there's something similar in your area because, come on, we live in a police state. Let's face it. So you've probably seen it. But Operation Rolling Thunder is something that the state of Georgia does where they get as many police officers and Georgia State Patrol officers and as many as they can to parade through a city like stormtroopers from Star Wars and set up illegal checkpoints to basically shake down the community and intimidate them and coerce them to just comply. It's the scariest shit. And I don't see how any American can support it or think that it's a good thing that they're keeping, and you hear all the propaganda about keeping, drunk drivers off the road and things like that. But history has shown that what happens is a lot of people get violated for citations or anything they can do to just generate revenue. Okay. That's really what it's about. And it's to intimidate the populace. I know when I saw Operation Rolling Thunder coming into our city, it was very triggering because I do suffer from legal abuse syndrome. A lot of stories I could tell you. You don't even want to know. But to be proud to be an American and to be in a city where you see essentially a legion of stormtroopers behaving very stormtrooper-ish roll through your city to where the concrete is vibrating. It's a very triggering thing. Okay. Now you couple that with flock and it's a nightmare. Nevertheless, this incident roused a few activists in the area, and we took it upon ourselves to go to city council back in February. That'd be February 2025, so this year, and address the mayor and city council. So what I want to do is play a few clips from that city council meeting. I'm going to take selected clips. So if you want to see the entire city council meeting, then, I'll put the link to the full city council meeting in the description. How about that? All right. So let's take a look. So like I said, if you're listening, there's going to be a lot of commentary coming from me. I'll probably be pausing a lot, but this was back in February where myself and some other activists wanted to address these concerns. And let's just take a peek at the citizens' comments where yours truly will get up to speak first.
We have now concluded our action items for today's agenda. Now it's time for citizen comments. If anyone would like to make any type of a comment, question, or have a concern, you will have 3 minutes on the podium there. Please be sure to state your name and address for the record, and you'll have 3 minutes on the rotunda clock, and then it will beep when your time is concluded. Please note that neither I nor council can respond to you, but we are listening. The door is now open for citizen comments.
Oh, now this is the first time I've seen this since it happened. This is Charlie Bibb, and everybody knows Charlie Bibb is a boob, and I don't give two shits for Charlie Bibb, and the feeling's mutual. So I can only imagine what he's leaning in to whisper to Keith Lawrence in here as I come up to the podium. This is the first time I've seen this since it happened, but I could just hear this weasel right now and his nasally horse shit. Anyway. Minister Crumpton, 111 Sherwood. Benjamin Franklin wrote, "Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety." When legal loopholes and rhetorical justifications lull the public into accepting the erosion of their rights, there can be no doubt that our country and community is undergoing a constitutional crisis. This crisis is at all of our doors, regardless of party affiliation, faith, race, economic status, or any other demographic title we choose to identify with. How it got here is due to a widespread ignorance or diminishment of the founding documents that our forebears gave us to keep a republic, which is now morphing into a dystopian fascist state before all our eyes. The Fourth Amendment is very clear. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the places to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. Yet under the banner of public safety, our privacy, papers, and personal effects have been compromised by mass surveillance through the flock camera system that can track, trace, and database our comings and goings, and have entangled us in an AI system that triggers automated warrants without proper judicial oversight, violating due process. While this system's implementation may have had the best of intentions, it nevertheless is in contradiction to the Fourth Amendment and repugnant to the Constitution, and should be to all who swore an oath before the Most High to defend it. To make matters worse, this month our county and community once again welcomed Operation Rolling Thunder with its parade and a show of force through our streets to announce unlawful checkpoints and aggressive warrantless stops and investigations at random of we the people, while under the guise of preventing accidents caused by drunk or distracted drivers, which may have reassured those less familiar with the Fourth Amendment's protections, but it remains an undeniable violation of our rights. I would again point you to the words of Benjamin Franklin on sacrificing liberty for safety, and add that public safety is no excuse for diminishing civil rights by any degree. And to do so during Black History Month is more of an insult to the injury, as our melanated brothers, sisters, and neighbors know all too well the cost of claiming their unalienable God-given rights more than most of us, as it is our marginalized communities that suffer the most from this sort of tyranny. You don't have to take my word for it. Just ask Mr. Law Dixon, whose rights were violated during Operation Rolling Thunder for safety and security's sake. With false allegations and charges under this endeavor in our city forcing an apology from the Georgia State Patrol for their transgression of his rights, I urge this council to uphold the Constitution and reject any policy that undermines our rights under the color of law. The Bill of Rights is not a difficult read, and one does not require a law degree to understand it or apply it. The question is not whether these policies make us feel safer, but whether they keep us free. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, I thought that was pretty clear. I think that the words of the Founding Fathers are pretty clear. If you sacrifice liberty for security, you get neither, and you deserve neither. Now, I'm pretty sure that this came as a shock to City Council and Mayor, and obviously these guys are dug into this because they all voted to implement this. So to hear one of the hoi polloi, or more than one hoi polloi, coming up to say, hey, you guys might have overstepped your bounds here. You know, they have the ability to either go, all right, we need to rethink this, maybe open it up to, public discourse before we drill into it, or get defensive. So I'll let you, as we continue on, ascertain what they chose to do.
That's the end of this clip, but the full episode is waiting for you. Subscribe to the Downloaded Content Podcast on Spotify or watch on YouTube. For more behind-the-scenes content and exclusive access, sign up for the Downloaded Content newsletter. And while you're at it, pick up Then Came the Flood by Daniel Louis Crumpton, available now wherever books are sold.